Hey there all you handsome bastards and classy ladies, and welcome back to some more Batman Arkham Knight. So just as a... hang on. This is the malicious character. There we go. So for a bit of a recap, we just got Poison Ivy. We're taking her for a ride in the Batmobile. Giggity. And we just got to do this tutorial, which will explain how we use battle mode in the Batmobile.
System diagnostic test online. Stage 1. Destroy targets to charge up weapon energy and activate missile barrage.
Okay, so there we go. They got these big glowing purple things on the top of them, which just hit me as just being targets. I'm pretty sure if you hit him on that, it's a one-hit kill. So missile barrage.
Diagnostic stage complete. Stage 2. Charge the missile barrage to level 2 to destroy up to 4 targets at once.
See, the thing that I find entertaining about this is like, can only Batman see these tanks appearing? And, you know, if so, does that mean there are people on the street just looking at him going around in circles with the Bat tank at the moment? And he's just like blasting random cannons, you know? He would look insane. And imagine we're gonna have to do a live test at the end of this.
Level 2 ready. Diagnostic stage complete.
Multiple fatalities.
Taking
like
damage depletes weapon energy. Charge up missile barrage to level 2 and destroy 4 active targets to complete diagnostic test.
Okay, so yeah, this is the live range challenge then, basically. 1, 2 down. It seems you get more points for an instant kill than you do for the for just hitting them.
Missile barrage level 2 ready.
Alright, let's do it.
Diagnostic test complete. Simulation complete.
Excellent. Most good. Most good.
Batman, I'm seeing a transport deploying more tanks at Arkham Studios. I've warned GCPD to pull their men off the streets.
I'm heading there now.
Come in, all units. This is Commissioner Gordon. We have numerous hostile tanks deployed across the city. Gotham is under attack. I want everyone off the streets and back to GCPD. We're not equipped to deal with what's out there. Thank God there's someone who is.
That is most convenient indeed. Just blast through some people. Oh god, if we're gonna get hit. Oh, I just got behind the pillar. But yeah, Gotham people, watch it. I'm also curious, what's your favorite Batman movie? Mine's the obvious one. I did love The Dark Knight. Just because it was a great Batman movie. Oh, one thing I was going to say about Gotham, actually. The Gotham in this game, right? What I found interesting is when I first saw it, it reminded me of... Throw that up. It reminded me of the Gotham...
Tell your men they can resume their patrols. The tanks have been dealt with.
Thank God. Let's hope they were the last.
Don't count on it. I need the isolation chamber prepped at the GCPD lockup. I'm bringing in Ivy.
I just destroyed a perfectly good police car. But yeah, when I first saw the Gotham in this game, I was like, it reminds me of Gotham from one of the movies. And for ages, I was thinking it was Batman Begins. I was convinced that it was Batman Begins, because you know, in Batman Begins, it had the whole rail system and all that kind of stuff going on. And I was like, yeah, it's that. It's definitely that. But then I realized, funnily enough, do you know what it actually reminds me of? Do you know the Gotham from Batman Forever? And like Batman and Robin, the Joel Schumacher Batmans, basically. It actually reminds me of that Gotham. And even though Joel Schumacher's movies are not just bad Batman movies, they are an insult to cinematography in general. They're basically just big ads. He had a very interesting Gotham in it.
Batman. Bring her down to the lockup on the lower level.
But Arkham Knight, like even that statue over there, right? That just reeks of it. But it's like Arkham Knight took that vision of Gotham and just did it right. Oh dear. Sorry, Ivy. She's actually been very quiet considering all of the ruckus that's been going on. I'd have been complaining like a madman.
What the hell? Hold your fire! It's Batman! What is that thing? Are you kidding me? I thought we were under attack.
Any progress with the fear toxin analysis?
It's gonna take a little while longer. Drop by the clock tower when you're ready, and I'll show you what I've got so far.
Who taught you to drive?
Scarecrow's gonna break you, Batman.
Honestly, why do you even bother with these meat sacks?
Civil unrest? There's a war on the streets. We don't have the manpower or the equipment.
Well, look who it is.
Ivy. Well, that's one less thing to worry about.
Is the isolation chamber ready?
Glad you're putting it to good use.
Oh good, another cell. You feel safer now that I'm all locked up?
You are locked in a Wayne Tech holding cell. It was probably dropped off by Batman himself, and yet no one has put together that the only person who can afford this equipment that must cost billions of dollars is Gotham's sole billionaire. I don't get it. Let's talk to Poison Ivy for a little bit.
You know these walls won't hold me for long. Still, if it makes you feel safer, I'll indulge the fantasy. For now.
I gotta say, I like Poison Ivy in this. She's very reasonable. She turned down the other villains. She didn't really try to kill Batman. She was just looking to inconvenience him more than anything. So, yeah, all-around decent gal.
Why do you waste your time helping these pathetic creatures? So primitive compared to plant consciousness.
I don't know anything about plant consciousness, but yes, humanity is capable of extreme stupidity. Also brilliance, but mostly extreme stupidity.
You can't lock me in here like some human. It was Harley who broke me out of that police cell in Bloodhaven. Why don't you try arresting her? Locking me up is a sign of desperation, Batman. I can see it in your eyes. You're afraid.
Hang on. Let me just turn around. Yeah, there's a little bit of fear in there, I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't look as stern or harsh as he should do.
Why do you waste your time helping these pathetic creatures?
Okay, we're repeating dialogue now.
So primitive compared to plant consciousness.
Gentlemen, I've made you all completely obsolete. How does that make you feel? By the way, you're wearing blue, but you're basically red shirts. That's what you guys are. Cannon fodder training. So
after what happened with Protocol 10, I wouldn't be surprised.
now the evidence room. This is something I wanted to show off to you guys, because I've heard good things about it, and I noticed the other day when I was playing it at my friend's house that you can come in here. Now this room's completely empty. I don't know if this fills up. Wait a minute. Riddler trophy. Nice. And yes, I even got some vandalism in the GCPD.
I see you've begun pitting that mediocre mind of yours against my riddles. I had plenty of time to conceive them, Batman. When you left me battered and demeaned in Arkham City. I am the Riddler, Batman. I don't suffer humiliation. I pay it back. So solve my riddles if you can. They'll be very important later.
Okay, now the Riddler puzzles are things that I never really bothered too much about in the previous Arkham games, but I'm going to give them a proper shot in this one. So this is the lockup, the evidence lockup, that has information on all of the past guys who turned up in the Arkham games that Batman fought. From what I can tell, this side is like Arkham Origins. This is like Arkham Asylum, perhaps? And then you got Arkham City. Plus some extra bits here. That kind of miscellaneous kind of stuff. So...
2 ceremonial swords used by Ra's al Ghul. We found these at the bottom of Wonder Tower the night of Protocol 10. They were covered in blood. No body, though. 1 Arkham Asylum branded shock collar, worn by Killer Croc, aka Waylon Jones. We found this thing in the sewers under Arkham City. And that ain't good, because it was supposed to keep that bastard under control.
See, what I love is, like, I love the idea that anytime evidence is brought into the GCPD, Poor old Cash has to do like a voiceover. Like, here's a bag of cocaine. We pulled it out of a man's ass. Yep. You know?
One rifle and 2 wrist-mounted guns used by Floyd Lawton, a.k.a. Deadshot. Another guy we had to let go after Arkham City got shut down. Still, that doesn't mean he got his toys back.
But still, I mean, they set this evidence room up like it's a museum, you know? Like, you'd bring children here. Look, little girl. Here are the tools used by villains to kill people.
One pair of shock gloves, worn by the electrocutioner, a.k.a. Lester Buczynski. Joker hired this guy on the night of the Blackgate riots, and then he killed him. I heard Batman borrowed these for a while before handing them in. I guess he prefers beating up punks the old-fashioned way. One electric charge gun used by Batman, a.k.a. we don't like to ask. Batman dropped this here with the rest of the Arkham City evidence. Nice to have some of Batman's gear in the evidence room. I hope he doesn't ask for it back.
Yeah, Ness, you wouldn't want to give it back. Like, you can just make another. What I always wondered about Batman's gear, right? I get it. He's got Wayne Tech and everything like that, and that's what he uses to make this stuff. As far as I know, only Lucius Fox in the Wayne Corporation knows who Batman is. So, you know, he handles the whole routing the technology to him and stuff like that. I call bullshit on that because one man can't just manufacture all of these things by himself. But, like, who decides on the design spec and all that kind of stuff? Like, how do they look like? Does Batman and Lucius Fox, did they just pour over a design thing like, not pretty enough. Too pretty.
One mask and jacket worn by Anarchy, a.k.a. Lonnie Machin. I wasn't even a cop when this kid tried to hit Gotham. No one's seen him since. No one knows where they're keeping him. I guess the government don't like anarchists too much. A selection of body parts belonging to Warren White, a.k.a. the Great White Shark. White got himself sent to Arkham on an insanity plea. He lost a few things other than his mind while there. Made the new look work though, I gotta say.
Now, I don't actually know much about White Shark, but I'd imagine he turned himself into a great white shark. Which is impressive. Isn't that man's dream, after all?
One freeze ray, used by Mr. Freeze, a.k.a. Victor Freeze. We, had to stop playing with this after the commissioner caught us making ice cream. Freeze has kept quiet since leaving Arkham City. Maybe Batman finally talked some sense into him.
How can you use that thing to make ice cream, though? It literally freezes things in a block of ice. You know what? Never mind. I'm sure they worked out a way.
One ventriloquist dummy, a.k.a. Scarface. This ain't the original Scarface. It's a Joker knockoff. Don't ask me why, but the clown took a liking to these creepy things.
Actually, if I remember right, I think in Arkham Asylum, Joker had one of these. He had this one probably sitting on his lap when you find him at the end before you trigger the last boss fight, and he jacks himself up on Titan Zero.
One laughing gas grenade, one snare trap, and one baseball bat. All used by Dr. Harley Quinn, a.k.a. Harley Quinn, during a recent assault on the Bloodhaven police station. From what we gather, Scarecrow sent Harley to break out Poison Ivy from the lockup in blood.
See, from what he only listed 3 items. The snare trap, the laughing gas grenade, and the baseball bat. But I'm counting 4 items right here. So he forgot about the gun. Sloppy workmanship, Cash.
One black mask worn by Black Mask, a.k.a. Roman Sionis. Sionis never really recovered from the night of the Blackgate riots, the night Joker showed up. Roman was an old-school gangster. Joker, well, I'm not sure what he was.
Talia, we're going to leave that for a second, I reckon.
One Tommy gun, used by Peyton Riley, a.k.a. the ventriloquist. Or maybe the gun belongs to the puppet. I never really understood what's going on there.
So yeah, you got Talia and the Joker were the 2 people I spotted that I wanted to leave till last. So we'll do Talia first and then move our way over to the Joker.
Talia. I'm sorry.
Talia was, of course, killed in... Was it Arkham Origins? I think she was killed in.
One ceremonial sword owned by Talia al Ghul. Miss al Ghul was a wanted terrorist and an associate of her father, Raish. But Joker got to her before we did. From what I hear, Batman put this blade to good work after she died.
Oh, he used it to kill. Oh, who was it again? It wasn't Clayface, was it? No, no. He used it to slice somebody up really nicely anyway. And now last... Oh, wait, no, we gotta do Bane.
One stuffed bear and a canister of Titan formula. Owned by Bane, a.k.a. Unknown. We had to let Bane loose after the Arkham City fallout. Guy was messed up anyway. Serious Titan withdrawal. My guess, he's off somewhere getting clean. And he's not going to be happy when he comes back.
Why did he have to be let go, though? I don't get it. Like, oh, that was a bit of a debacle, but, yeah, we're gonna have to let you guys all go. Sorry, budget cuts.
One vial of Titan formula. One set of wind-up explosive false teeth. One pair of actual X-ray specs. One toy gun loaded with one toy flag and 5 real bullets. All used by the Joker. No known alias. It's one hell of a toy box. I'm glad no one's gonna play with it again.
Ah, the Joker. You would miss the guy, though. He's got charm. He's got character. Well, but yeah, charm and character he's got. So we're gonna have a chat with Jimbo, see how he's getting on.
Costing lives, sir. This is time I don't have. Screw you. Damn bureaucrats. We're on our own.
We can handle it, Jim. What's the latest?
We've got incidents cropping up all over the city. Cash, give us a rundown.
All right, let's see. First up, we've lost contact with the fire crew from Station 17. We've got their last known coordinates, but they're not going to survive out there on their own for long. Then there's this. It's a strange one. Body turned up. We didn't have long to look before the evacuation, but the forensics boys seemed freaked out. Real nasty. Also, we've had several sightings of the Riddler creeping around the train yard. Knowing that guy, he's got to be up to no good.
Look, I know you're busy, but anything you can do to help is going to save lives.
Don't worry, Jim. I have someone working a lead on Scarecrow. I'll see what I can do.
Good to hear. I've got a skeleton crew searching Gotham south and west. I'm gonna join him when I'm done here. We're gonna find that son of a bitch. Fernandez, it's Gordon.
Okay, so here you've got yourself your mission select wheel, right? The top one always seems to be your main objective. You got the Fire Crew 1 side mission, the Riddler side mission. This is the Serial Killer side mission that I was talking to you about earlier. And then that's just general statistics and progress. So, for now we're going to stick with the City Affair.
I'll look into these later. Scarecrow's the priority.
Never seen him up close.
Good luck out there, Batman.
I kind of want to explore the prison a little bit, though. Because I wonder if we're going to gradually, like, lock people up in here. Because that looks like another holding cell. That's Poison Ivy. Hola, hello. Because I want to see, like, I mean, it hits me as the kind of place that they might have a ton of, like, little communications room. Hola, people. Just making sure you're actually communicating.
We can't deal with what's going on out there. I've got men down and I can't help them.
Love Ridge is a fantastic name. It almost sounds like a porn name.
Don't worry about Ivy. That cell has her contained.
What's the flower girl got to do with Scarecrow? Is she a part of this?
I don't know. But I've got a feeling.
Yeah, I did too. Doc gave me some cream, and it cleared up in no time.
Nice. That was
doing?
Unnecessary, to say the least.
Yep, poor bastard. He ain't gonna be able to live with himself when he finds out what he did in that diner.
He's gonna lose his badge for sure.
Owens is a good cop, lives for the job. He don't deserve this.
Oh, so that's the guy that we actually played as very briefly at the very start of the game. To be fair, while I was playing as him, we did gun down quite a few civilians. Jack Ryder.
What are you doing here, Ryder?
Hey, how's my favorite masked vigilante? One of those nights, huh?
You shouldn't be in the city.
Bet you're wondering about the tape. I'll let you in on the action, if you promise to keep me in the loop. What do you say?
It's not safe. You should have left with the evacuation.
And missed the biggest story of the year? Hell, the century. This is it. My chance to get back on top. Quid pro quo, Batman. What's the latest on Scarecrow? Any leads?
Stay out of trouble.
Hey, I try. Trouble always finds me.
October 15th. Still no
Okay. Jack Ryder, he, if I remember right, at the very start of Arkham City, when you're, when Bruce Wayne is handcuffed and walking through the crowds of people, Jack Ryder's the guy with him.
Hey, Batman! I guess Scarecrow gave you the slip. You broke my wrist for nothing! He's got plans for you, Batman. You and all your friends. Tonight's
Are you the
the
guy
night
whose wrist
we
I broke at the
finally
start?
break the bat. Oh.
There we go. Oh, that poor fella. Also, they got his wrist bandaged up and everything very, very quickly. That's efficiency. Gentlemen. I just thought I'd hit square to see if it would work. I had no expectation that something would happen.
This thing's had a serious upgrade.
Air support saw it turn into some kind of tank.
Nice.
Don't get too close. He's here. Back up.
Good evening, Mr. Wayne. I hope the car's performing to your high expectations.
Actually, Lucius, she's a little sluggish.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. Give me a few moments, and I'll bring the afterburner function online.
Thanks, Lucius. It was good of you to stay behind.
You want to thank me, Mr. Wayne? Just try not to hurtle off the road. I should have some more upgrades ready soon.
Ah, Lucius Fox. If I ever needed assistance, Lucius is the man I'd want on my side.
I have messages for you all.